flank shenanigans. It's another pretty big mosh pit. Office line literally walks into it. That mosh didn't do anything. It was a good mosh in the sense that it hit a lot of people, but it was a terrible mosh in the sense that there was no damage to follow it up. Sinister wasn't there. Sinister had already burned Ring of Frost as a zoning ring. Didn't even do anything. And particularly with Mosh's case, it's such a long cooldown. Greyfound 0, thank you for the follow. In Mosh's case, it's such a long cooldown, you need to save it for when it's actually going to have an impact. Just moshing people doesn't do anything. Your team needs to actually follow up. You can make the argument that it's sort of peeled a little bit, but I think that Sinister and... I think Sinister was safe, and there was no way Rhaegar was living. Rhaegar was just 100% dead. Also, getting into the late game, at this point, your next objective is to soak 20. Oh, here's a timing your heroics around objectives and around levels. So you're not going to fight until you're 20, but you're only half a level from 20. If that was an 18.5 to 20 scenario, it might have been worth it to try and save the Rhaegar because you know you're not going to fight for another 2 minutes or so because Mosh is not going to be available. But knowing you're so close to 20, you should be like, I'm not going to Mosh, I'm going to let the Rhaegar die regardless, because if the Rhaegar dies, he'll be back up when we hit 20, and then Mosh will still be available, and then we can force a fight with all our heroics. So by burning a long cooldown heroic there, that really matters. It doesn't apply as much to shorter cooldown heroics, because they'll be available almost regardless, like Entomb would be available, Aegis would be available, any 60-second CD would pretty much be available before the 20 versus 20 fight goes all into it. Mosh will 100% not be. Which is why, as a rule, you should just not use Mosh unless you're guaranteeing a kill. Just because the cooldown is so long. And sometimes it feels bad. Sometimes it feels bad as a tank in particular. Like, I could save my team, but I have to blow this heroic in a really stupid way to do it. It's usually not a good idea. Like, look at that. Look at that. There was a 4-man Mosh there. There was a 4-man Mosh there. And 54 seconds. Still not level 20. Bad fight. Ariel ends up going down. Or no, Butcher and Tracer end up going down. A little bit of a... There's been a bug ever since the patch with death names. Sometimes they're wrong. Boat ends up getting erased. Sendoff is very low. Sinister ends up going down. This ends up being a brutal 3-for-3 so far. Which, honestly, considering we started a talent tier down, is pretty fair. The chase is real.